In the first decade of this century, the internet build-out was targeted towards connecting people. By the end of this phase, the number of IP addresses for the first time exceeded the number of people on Earth. Today, we are experiencing the beginning of the Internet of Things. By the year 2020, the industry expects to have more than 20 billion devices being connected throughout the network and being accessible from everywhere. The higher communication and data center traffic requires higher data throughput in almost every network node. For example, in optical communication links, the data rates increase from 100 gigabit per second to 400 gigabit per second to 1 terabit per second. Digital interfaces move from NRC to multi-level signaling, such as PAM4 in data center and server backplanes, or CFI to increase data throughput inside mobile devices. Keysight Technologies is providing leading-edge test solutions in all of these segments. We are working very closely with our customers to make sure they have the right products at the right time. Increased data throughput is achieved along 3 different vectors. First, higher symbol rates, which require a higher analog bandwidth and higher sample rates. Second, parallel channels, for example, 4 times 25 gigabit, which requires a higher channel density. And third, higher level modulation formats to stay within the bandwidth limitation of a channel. To address these needs, Keysight Technologies continuously invests in digital signal sources and arbitrary waveform generator technology. A few years ago, we introduced the M8190A, a signal scenario generator with the highest signal fidelity up to 5 GHz analog bandwidth. Today, we are announcing the M8195A, a digital and arbitrary signal generator with the highest speed, highest bandwidth, and the highest channel density in the industry. The M8195A provides you with up to 65 gigasamples per second sample rate, 20 GHz analog bandwidth, and up to 4 channels in a single slot AXIE module simultaneously. As devices and interfaces become more complex and faster, the M8195A AWG provides you with the versatility to create the signals you need in digital applications, in optical and electrical communication, in advanced physics, in wideband radar, and in satellite communication applications.
Let's see how the M8195A can be used in each of these applications. For testing digital and multi-level interfaces, such as PAM4, at data rates up to 32 gigabaud, the M8195A provides very low intrinsic jitter and allows you to vary parameters such as transition times, noise, jitter, and intersymbol interference without additional hardware. On top of that, embedding and de-embedding of S parameters can be used to emulate a worst-case channel. With built-in frequency and phase response calibration, the AWG generates a clean signal right out of the box, even at highest data rates. Additional in situ calibration can be used to further optimize the signal at the desired test point. In traditional AWGs, changing a parameter such as ISI requires the generator to be stopped, a new waveform be reloaded, and restarted. With the M8195A as a versatile digital and arbitrary signal generator, those parameters can be changed interactively without a gap. The M8195A integrates into the M8000 digital solution, for example, supporting the CFI protocol. For coherent optical applications, the M8195A can generate a variety of modulation schemes all the way from QPSK through NE-QAM to OFDM at symbol rates of 32 gigabaud and beyond. With 4 precisely aligned differential channels per module, the AWG can generate 2 pairs of I and Q to support dual polarization systems. Physics applications and advanced research working at the edge of technology call for precise and configurable pulses down to 100 picosecond pulse width with extremely short rise times. If we look at wideband radar and communications, we can take wideband to the extreme. The M8195A provides an instantaneous bandwidth from DC to 20 GHz. A key benefit is the capability to do fast frequency hopping within 100 picosecond from DC to Ku band. Ultra-wideband wireless signals with any modulation scheme can be generated directly at carrier frequencies up to 20 GHz. In many cases, this saves an additional upconversion stage.
We developed the M8195A arbitrary waveform generator to help you develop your next generation devices in test where you have never been able to test before, in speed, in bandwidth, and in channel density. Explore your possibilities, and thank you for partnering with Keysight Technologies.